Hello and welcome to another What If, to the second part of What If Deku was born into a female society. So let's get into it. From the last part, we explained how Azuki got to Earth and also how Choco got to Earth because they are both Saiyans. I explained in the last part what Azuki Midoriya, how Azuki Midoriya life was, and his powers and what he can do with a Choco, like I said, that she has landed somewhere completely different from Azuki. So let's get right into the part where Aizawa say that they're going to do a quirk example test. Yes, everyone was shocked except for Choco. If you watched the last part, you would know why Choco wasn't surprised. So let's get into it. So all the girls were in the changing rooms, and the Zuku, that is called Zumi, but we call him Zuku Asumi, because that's his girl form. Later in the series, I'm gonna be explaining why we're gonna be calling him Zuku later in the parts of the series. But anyways, the Zuku. So Zumi, he got dressed very fast and got out there. Everyone was kind of surprised and was actually kind of like really, they were like, that's a strange girl. They're all talking about the test and what it's gonna be like. Well, Zuku just went into his mind and started to train. And with the creator of Super Dragon Balls, went into his one of his further states and started to train with him in his base form. While everyone was getting outside, Izawa got out and was like, alright then, Brett, we're gonna start the quick synthesis. On the first place in the exam, step up. Bakugo was gonna step up, but so I was like, yeah, not you. I said first place, not third place. He was like, what? Third place? Who got second? That would be Ochako Ozawa. And everyone was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah, she's my daughter after all. She's named Ochako Uraraka because of her birthrights. I just adopted her, but she likes to use her real name and her birth name. Everyone was surprised, but then it was like, then who came in first? Who came in first? Then he pointed at Zumi, who was sitting there in a cross position. Then Aizawa threw the ball at her, and he woke up. She woke up and catched it instantly without a second thought, with her eyes closed, and was like, hey Sensei, why did you throw this ball to me? And he was like, did you even listen to what I said? He was like, guess you want me to throw this ball, I guess. Okay. So then he started walking up there. He was like, are you sure you? He was like, throw the ball already. And don't hold back. He was like, but Izuku in his head was like, I have to hold back. Because if I didn't, probably the earth will start to break. He threw the ball and struck the ground, sending a huge shockwave out, making everyone fly away. Choco was even having a hard time. Choco flew away as well. Aizawa was barely even keeping himself on the ground. Then when everyone gained their footing, Aizawa looked at the measurements and said, infinity. Everyone was surprised. Bakugo was like, what? You can't be better than me. And he was like, alright then, Ochako Uraraka, you're up next. She was like, okay mom. Basically passed her the ball and passed her another ball and said, throw it as far as you can. And she threw it, but it cracked the ground as well. But small shockwave came out. Everyone was barely trying to withstand it. Aizawa had a little bit of difficulty, and Izuku Midoriya had none in his call form. And he was thinking, impressive strength. Does she have a strength quirk? No, but she said she adopted her and wants to keep her with me. Something's up with her. I need to figure out what it is, though. I'll put it. I shouldn't get too. Okay, I should leave it for later. So they did all the rest of the tests. Izuku just coming in first with his insane speed, insane agility, and all of his abilities that he's been doing. His strength is very immense. Came in first, Chuck came in third, Chono Todoroki came in fourth, and third, Jesus, and Katsuki Bakugame came in fourth, and the list goes on until Morinanella is in last. She was scared to get expelled, but 2 people knew that Aizawa was faking it. And he said, yeah, no one's getting expelled. I just said that for you to give it your best. I forgot to explain that because, everyone knows how the original story goes with Aizawa and that. But anyways, they went into so basically, the day goes by as usual as a usual My Hero Academia goes. They lunch, they go back to class, they choose Crash Rap, which Ochako won, and Izuku just give his role to Ida. The villain alarm goes off, and Izuku Midoriya has been sensing a kind of strength close to All Might, but he put it to waste. The battle training goes on as usual. Izuku Midoriya so I'm going to cut it short with the training because Izuku Midoriya is just too powerful. He knocks out, and his uniform is basically an attire that is orange gi with a green gi with a black gi top with basically the black bottoms, green shoes, and his hair just basically his normal messy hair. The Charcoals is basically just the same outfit as in the anime without the helmet. Then some shoes, and the shoes are just basically normal size shoes that make her run a little bit faster. But it's the light suit, so then she can run fast as with her ability to run very fast and with her incredible strength. And they won easily, Ochako and Izuku, with Izuku's insane speed and strength, and able to knock them out with one hit. So we're just going to skip to the USJ, and this is where it's going to get insane. So while on the bus, everyone was just talking on the bus until Ochako and Izuku are sitting together, and Ochako asks, so I've been wondering, are you from this planet? Izuku was shocked at this question. He was like, yeah, I'm human. What gives you an idea that I'm not from this planet? She says, well, I'm not from this planet. Izuku was like, so I was right. She was different. And he was like, what do you mean not from this planet? Acting dumb. She said, well, I don't know anything about much about myself, but the note says I'm a saiyan, and that's all I know. But when I saw you in the entrance exams with your immense strength and stuff, I knew that no quirk can imitate that. You must be a saiyan. He said, Izuku Midoriya, like, Saiyan? Sorry, but no, I'm not a Saiyan. I'm just an average girl that has an amazing quirk. I really wish that. Please, don't make this hard for me. And just believe it. So please, just drop this. They make it to the USJ. They meet 13 with a truck off and a girl in. And then we get the villains popping out, which are all girls. Plus, they get separated in the anime, like the same in the anime. Yeah. And basically, Zuko shot a key blast into the water, creating a wormhole. And they saw the Nomu. And Aizawa fighting off every villain. He knocked down every villain. And he looked at Shigaraki and the Nomu and Kurikiri and was like, give up, villains. And this is the end. This is the end for you. And he was like, you really think so? Oh, Nomu, kill her. As Nomu ruined at her, she looked at him and basically he punched her and sent her flying backwards. And she grabbed her head with insane speed and slammed it right in the ground. And Choco, seeing this, was looking in horror and was like, huh? And he just kept banging her head in the ground, bleeding, breaking her arm as the Choco was shaking. Looking and was crying and was like, no, stop. Then, the Nomu let go of her head after summoning it one more time. She stopped moving, and no one knew why. As Zuko noticed that she's still alive, but then the ground started to shake as the lightning started to come down, and everyone was wondering what. The charcoal shaking violently at the door. Everyone looked at her and she was like, you bastard, you bitch, I'm gonna kill you. You are going to regret this. Screaming at the top of her lungs, and her hair turned white, and her hair turned yellow, and Zuko was like, so she unlocked the first stage of the Super Saiyan. Let's see how this goes. Chocolate rushed at the Nomu with insane speed, punching it in the head and sending it flying right at the back of the USJ, sending it flying out. A bash and banging and slamming its head and putting its stop to the ground as it was dug into the ground. As she was looking at, as I was seeing if it's okay, as Yuki Midori appeared and was like, don't worry, I'll heal her. And healed Aizawa. And was like, I'll carry her to the entrance. And picked her up and it was like, he said, hey, Uraraka, beat their asses. And started to walk off with Aizawa. As the Nomu rushed back at her, they started to clash, with each punch getting stronger. But as Choco was overpowering her and was like, this is the end, putting a huge amount of ki in her hand, putting it against his chest, then firing a blast. And it felt like it was evaporated as Shigaraki and Kurogiri got away as she was walking away. Then, I don't know, and somewhere else, someone was like, it seems like an Saiyan survived. I guess I'll give this its godlike power. It doesn't matter anymore if that world gets destroyed. It doesn't even matter. Then, Zuko Midoriya froze. It's at the entrance. When he was about to walk out, it's like, God key? How? No one in this room is supposed to have that. How? We look back and saw Normu up, and looked like it was in a humanoid, more of like a humanoid form, less than like a prototype of a disabled human. It looked more alive and more sophisticated as he raised his fist to punch Uraraka. He rounded his fist back and thrusted it until then Izuku pushed her out of the way and plucked a hit right into his face, sending him flying into the ground and making sure the devil was trying to stop him. But he wouldn't stop and banged right into the stairs, creating a shockwave, sending all the students shocked at the Normu as they were like, I thought he was dead. Everyone was shaking in fear, even Uraraka. She was like, this power, it's immense. I can't comprehend it. She was out of her Super form. Izuku to his sky and he was like, I can't beat him in this state. I have to increase my power. I need to transform into a further state, but then I'll have to reveal for a male. But if it means saving this earth, then I'll save this earth like my father would, as he powered up, as the disguise came off, the key came off, as it showed him in his male form, and he was like, time to handle this now. So he walked out in front of the stairs. Choco looked and blushed, which immensely seeing that his shirt was blown off, showing his pecs, showing his muscles, and he was like, alright then, you abomination, you really want to get this. I really wish that this didn't happen to you, but guess there's no other choice. As he started to power up, as the ground started to shake violently, as if it was like an earthquake. Then it started to shake even more, as it feels like the earth was cracking, as the ground started to quake and shake, as everyone felt this. As around the world, even all men felt it, even he was getting closer to USJ, as he yelled out a yelling roar as the blue emanated of him, as he fired out into the earth everywhere. Then the blue disappeared from him and showed off him with blue hair going straight down his back, showing off his blue hair along all the way near his feet, near his legs. So as he looks forward with one of his heads sticking out of his head, as you said, you better get ready, because this will be the end for you. As the Nomi looked on, they charged at each other, throwing their fists at each other in insane speeds, clashing as a shockwave emanated throughout the world, as everyone felt this, as everyone that was not in the youth that only felt the shockwave a little bit on the other side of the world was like, what was that kind of tingle? So everyone in Japan and was like, what is this shockwave? Even Shigaraki and Kurogiri and even All For One felt this shockwave, as they didn't even know what it was. As they started to clash again, as Izuku threw him up in the air and was like, you're not allowed to survive, so he put his hands together and said, Ka. It's time to end this with one of my new moves, Hakai Kame. Hame. Sending a purple blast to Nomu and they hit him, sending a blast to outer space and evaporating it. As he powered down, it was like, well, the truth will be out now. As he looked to Ochako and was like, yep, you were right. I'm not human, but as he shot his tail, I might know a few things about a saiyan. And as that's where we're gonna leave it off. Right there. This is the second part of What If Deku was born in a female society. So basically, if you watch the first part, you will know everything about it. The first part is very informational. You need to watch it to get the information for it. Please watch the first episode. But anyways, we're gonna and if you want to see more of the series, please comment down below. As this is going to be the strongest one. This is going to be the strongest one, equal to one of the other series. If you go onto my channel, you will see one of the series. Anyways, I am Curry Raptor Gaming, signing out.